The kingdom of Phrygia brimmed with life, fields overflowed with harvest, their golden grain swaying in the gentle breeze. The land was fertile, blessed with bountiful crops that promised prosperity and sustenance for all. Villagers, strong and healthy, worked with smiles, their faces glowing with the satisfaction of a fruitful day's labor. The marketplace buzzed with activity, a testament to the kingdom's thriving economy and the well-being of its people. Yet King Midas, ruler of this prosperous land, craved more. He adored gold, not just for its beauty, but for the power and status it symbolized. His throne room glittered with treasures, a dazzling display of his wealth, its gleam, its weight, its promise of power. All of it consumed him. He would spend hours admiring his collection, the golden coins and jewels reflecting the light in a mesmerizing dance. He amassed riches, his treasury overflowing, yet his hunger for gold remained insatiable. No amount of wealth could quench his desire. The more he acquired, the more he wanted. Driven by an unending thirst for more, he yearned for more, always more. His greed became legend, a tale whispered among the people, a cautionary story of unchecked ambition and desire. People whispered of his obsession, his single-minded pursuit of wealth. They spoke in hushed tones, fearful of his wrath, yet unable to ignore the growing shadow of his greed. They spoke of his cold heart, unmoved by the plight of others, his gaze forever fixed on glittering treasures. The needs of his people were neglected, their suffering overlooked in his relentless quest for gold. King Midas, blinded by his desire, remained deaf to their whispers, lost in his golden world. His obsession isolated him, creating a barrier between him and the reality of his kingdom's true needs. The once vibrant and connected ruler now stood alone, surrounded by his wealth, yet impoverished in spirit. One day, a stranger arrived at the palace gates. Old and wizened, he emanated an aura of quiet power. He had heard of Midas's greed and offered him a gift, the golden touch. Whatever the king touched would turn to gold. Midas, eyes wide with avarice, accepted instantly. He didn't consider the implications, the potential consequences of such power. His mind, clouded by greed, saw only mountains of gold, his for the taking. The stranger, a knowing smile playing on his lips, granted the wish. The king's joy knew no bounds. He touched his bedpost, his chair, a goblet, all transformed into shimmering gold. Every object he laid his hands on turned into pure gold, a sight that filled him with immense pride and satisfaction. He laughed, a sound both ecstatic and chilling. His laughter echoed through the grand halls of his palace, a testament to his newfound power. This was beyond his wildest dreams. The very air seemed to shimmer with the golden glow of his touch, and he marveled at the beauty and wealth surrounding him. He was invincible, powerful, the wealthiest king the world had ever known. His kingdom flourished with the riches he created, and his subjects looked upon him with awe and reverence. Soon, however, his joy soured. The initial thrill of his golden touch began to fade, replaced by a growing sense of unease. He reached for a grape, eager to savor its sweetness, but it turned to cold, hard metal in his hand. The simple pleasures of life were slipping away from him. He tried to drink wine, but the liquid solidified, the goblet burning his lips with its metallic chill. The sustenance he once enjoyed was now beyond his reach. A terrifying realization dawned. His gift was a curse. The very power he had wished for was now his greatest torment. He was surrounded by wealth, yet he was utterly alone, unable to touch or taste the world around him. The golden touch, once a symbol of his greatness, had become a prison from which he could not escape. Panic clawed at him. He couldn't eat, couldn't drink. His touch, once a symbol of affection, now brought only destruction. He shut himself away in his palace, surrounded by cold, gleaming gold, but utterly alone. His laughter ceased, replaced by a chilling silence. The kingdom, once vibrant and alive, mirrored its king's despair. The scent of fresh bread and the melodies of laughter were replaced by a suffocating silence. The fields lay barren, the crops untouched, as the villagers, fearful and confused, watched their once benevolent king waste away. Section 5. Despair's grip at a father's anguish. One evening, as the sun bled into the horizon, casting long, chilling shadows across the palace, Midas's daughter, his beloved Aurelia, approached him. Unaware of the curse, she rushed to embrace her father, her small arms outstretched, her face alight with love. Midas, his heart a knot of dread, cried out, pushing her away. But it was too late. The moment their skin touched, Aurelia, his precious daughter, his only solace in this self-inflicted torment, transformed into a lifeless golden statue. Section 6. A tear of gold, a plea for mercy. Despair, sharp and merciless, tore through Midas. He collapsed beside his daughter's golden form, his cries echoing through the silent palace. He had condemned himself, his greed costing him everything he held dear. A single tear, a tear of pure, unadulterated regret, rolled down his cheek, turning to gold as it fell. In that moment, Midas understood the depth of his folly. He didn't need more gold. He needed redemption. He begged the stranger, the architect of his misery, for forgiveness, for a chance to undo the damage. Section 7. The gift returned, a lesson learned. The stranger, his face etched with a profound sadness, appeared before Midas once more. He saw the king's genuine remorse, the utter devastation that had replaced his greed. "Go," the stranger instructed, "to the river Pactolus. Wash your hands in its waters and pray. Pray for forgiveness, for redemption. The river will carry away the curse, but never forget the lessons it taught." Section 8. The weight of gold, the value of life. Midas, his heart heavy with regret, stumbled towards the river. His every step was a testament to his folly, his every breath a reminder of his loss. He reached the riverbank, its waters a shimmering mirror reflecting his haggard face. He plunged his hands into the cool, flowing water and felt the curse lift, but the relief was bittersweet. He looked at his hands, no longer instruments of destruction, and understood the true cost of his greed. Section 9. A king reborn, a kingdom renewed. Word of the curse's lifting spread through the kingdom like wildfire. The villagers, their faces etched with a cautious hope, emerged from their homes. Midas, his heart filled with remorse, addressed his people. He confessed his greed, his blindness, and vowed to rule with compassion and wisdom. He relinquished much of his wealth, using it to help his people. He learned the value of simple joys, the warmth of the sun, the laughter of children, the taste of fresh bread. His touch, once feared, now brought comfort and hope. Section 10. Beyond the glitter, finding true wealth. The kingdom of Phrygia bloomed anew. Fields once barren overflowed with harvests. Laughter echoed through the streets, replacing the oppressive silence. Midas, once consumed by greed, found peace in the well-being of his people. He ruled with a wisdom born of suffering, his every action guided by compassion and understanding. His tale became a legend, a cautionary yet ultimately hopeful story of redemption, a testament to the transformative power of regret. Section 11. The Legacy of Midas, a Timeless Tale. The story of King Midas serves as a potent reminder for all. It is a tale that has transcended time, echoing through the ages with its profound message. It highlights the danger of unchecked greed, a force that can consume even the most powerful of rulers. The seductive yet destructive nature of material obsession is a central theme, showing how the allure of wealth can lead to one's downfall. The story underscores the importance of compassion, a virtue that often gets overshadowed by the pursuit of riches. It teaches us to recognize true wealth in the well-being of others rather than in the accumulation of gold and jewels. The richness of human connection is portrayed as the ultimate treasure, far surpassing any material possession. Midas's journey, from a ruler consumed by avarice, serves as a cautionary tale. His transformation to a king defined by his empathy illustrates the power of change and the potential for redemption. It reminds us that redemption is possible, even in the face of grave mistakes, and that it is never too late to change one's ways. The story encourages introspection, urging us to reflect on our own lives and the choices we make. It encourages us to look beyond the glitter of superficial treasures and seek fulfillment in more meaningful pursuits. The enduring value of love, compassion, and the well-being of our fellow human beings is highlighted as the true measure of wealth. The story of Midas serves as a timeless lesson, reminding us of the importance of community and the bonds that hold us together. His legacy, forever etched in gold, stands as a testament to the dangers of greed and the redemptive power of empathy. This timeless tale continues to resonate, offering wisdom to all who dare to listen and learn from the past.